Yeah. Young men can't pass the physical standards, fitness standards. Yeah. I don't know. I saw a funny video of one guy. I keep bringing up these videos and I'm not showing you guys, but I got to start just sharing all of them from my Twitter so that way I know where they are. Yeah, think of kids who lost their families due to heroin, fentanyl. If you tell those kids, hey, you get to kill all those people who poisoned your loved ones and probably turned Mexico into part of the United States. Yeah, but then you're also getting into, you know what? We saved the heroin and fentanyl thing to motivate them to go fight China. And then there's enough on the cartel that I think would get people motivated. My son is 23, and I don't think he could. Got to whip them into shape. Got to whip these kids into shape. And that's what I was going to say when Skrill was talking about, like, you know, us getting banned and the whole hate speech thing. It's up to us. We got to raise all our kids. If you don't have a family yet, when you have a family, don't soften up because you have a kid with your ideology. Stay strong to it. Because I see a lot of parents who get nervous because they get brainwashed into this liberal thinking that, you know, something like being hard on your kid, that's bad. That's bad. Sometimes you got to, you know, maybe let your kid get bullied a little bit. You know, teach them how to fight back. But then it's crazy because that's totally against, again, what the schools say, what the liberal establishments say is the right thing to do. I think it's just up to us. We have to, like, the conservatives have to stop worrying about getting in trouble so much. And I get it. We're law-abiding people. We respect the rule of law. But even the forefathers of this country had a little bit of rebel in them where they saw a law they didn't like and they said, fuck that. We'll start our own country. So we got to have that bit of spirit in us. That's what the lefties have. And that's why they, even though their ideology sucks and their ideas suck and they're vapid, boring people, they win. They win. So yeah, you just gotta raise your kids the right way. Raise them to be strong. And you know what? It's gonna be easy because once they're strong, physically, strong-minded, that's, you guys already know. That's what beats the liberals easily. They hate that. So yeah, your kids are gonna be you gotta, like me, I had to learn to, like, love confrontation. I used to hate confrontation. Now I love it. So it was like something I had to toughen up on certain things. Had to get a thicker skin. Teach your kids to have thick skin. You know? So, yeah, I think it's like when I watch all these videos of, you know, these white kids getting beat up. Like, I get it. Not a good thing. You know, getting beat up because you're white. Of course, that's not a good thing. It's horrible. But a lot of these videos of these white kids getting punched in the face and they're just standing there like, and then they get punched again and they're like, hey, let's talk it out. It's like they were never taught to fucking swing back. So there's this soft parenting that goes on that I think leads us down this route where we have weak young men. So, you know, I think a lot of it too is mothers are leading the case. Because a white person fights back, he's racist. He's racist anyway. Fuck it. Again, with this, stop with the victim shit. Fuck it. He's racist anyway. Gives a shit. The word means nothing anymore. Hey, maybe that's my my mixed side talking. I don't know. But see how we get into that place now? It's like now I'm like, oh, I guess I have to be a white person to understand. That's what all the Jewish bull poop. I like how you're cleaning it up tonight. Has brought upon us. Oh, here you go. Here you go. But no, I've actually seen stuff like the being on Twitter more, oddly enough, has opened what you guys have shown me, like OJ Simp. I saw the anti-Semitic defamation. What is it? Some kind of group. Stand Against Anti-Semitism group. And a lot of their posts are very woke. They're very fucking woke. And it's very much very victimizing and all that. Like, I get it. I just talk. What I was talking about before was the Jews that I've met. I've never had them, pull that on me. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just my experience. You haven't walked in my shoes. I think white people, though, need to start teaching their kids to be warriors again. So, yeah, that may be sad to say, but that's the world we live in now. We've regressed. So, since we've regressed, we have to pull back from this like soft living that we got accustomed to. And then we have to and then we'll make it better. What's the saying? Soft men create hard times. That's exactly where we're at right now. So we need harder men now. Men that are already grown to toughen the fuck up, and kids, young boys, to be raised harder. Harder and smarter. You should go check out the book, 50 Cent. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. I think if I had a kid that was maybe 10, 12 maybe, I'd make him read that 50 Cent book. You got to have that mentality. 50 Cent was a fucking monster, and he took every opportunity that he got, and he made the best of it. And he was not to be fucked with. That's the mentality you got to raise white kids with now. Minus the selling crack, minus the baby mamas. You'll have more fathers in the house, so it'll be easier to do that, to get that message across. Yeah. Tell them kids about that European gene. Tell kids that Young Dolph had it all figured out, and I ain't talking about the rapper. Oh, shit. Holy fuck. That was a thinker. Good one, OJ. You gotta have some kids and teach them. Yes. I know. I'm speaking like not from the experience. So I'm definitely gonna live. I promise you, I will live by my word, for better or worse. Because the way I see it, I'm going to raise my kids to be conservative. And teach them like actual I'm gonna try to raise them as much as I was like raised, that kind of mentality. But sorry. But I think the thing is like what gives me peace of mind, that I think I'll be able to stick to it, is that I look at these kids that are being raised by these liberals, and they just fucking cry over every little thing. The boys act like little girls. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It's like playing with dolls. No, I'm not letting my son play with dolls. Exactly. That type of shit. You don't let your son wear pink. You start with the little things, I think. That's my psychological analysis of it. Start with the little things, and then as they grow, it all kind of falls into line. Get your kids into sports. I was raised my father got us into sports. I promise you, you get your kids into sports, that's going to keep them out of so much trouble. And then even if your kid like me, I was a little bitch when my dad put me into sports, and my father, who was from the islands, he didn't play that shit. If I cried, he made me play harder. He didn't let me not play. He didn't let me quit because I didn't like it. He made me stick it out. And then he even put me in to play a second year after he saw how much I hated the first year. This is baseball, by the way. Actually, he put me in soccer originally, and I just fucking hated that. But baseball, I ended up liking. So, yeah, and then the sport itself teaches kids a whole bunch of different lessons right there. You get toughened up. You learn how to work with a team. You make friends. Camaraderie. You know? You'll learn the importance of winning. The importance of working hard. Work ethic. Yeah. So, you know, take those parent tips from a non-parent. or take that as just me telling you what I plan to do. And if you want to take any of those ideas, you can go ahead. That's the best way to put it. Because that's actually what I mean. My parents put me into boxing. I didn't like it, but then I got good. Peter Ortiz. That's exactly it. I didn't like baseball until I got good at it. And that's usually what it is. It's you don't like something truly until you're good at it. But then you realize I actually worked to get good at something. So that mentality sticks with you, especially as a boy. When you try something like, you know, like as simple as like hitting the ball. And you try it a bunch of times and you finally do it and it clicks and it's like, oh, okay. Now it's like it's fun. That was Peter Ortiz. Peter Ortiz gets into boxing. Wow. What age? Lethal Weapon Peter Ortiz out here. Peter the Iceman Ortiz. Okay. I always told my son life is tough. Wear a cup. Lisa Marie. And then you should just kick him in the nuts. Parenting tips from Crishaun the Don. And then that's one of those things. You kick him in the nuts and you go, don't trust anybody. And then walk away. That's what I do. Like 5th grade. Ho. I love like young kids that are fighters, like trained fighters, because they're always the coolest kids in school until you fuck with them. And then it's like, it becomes like, remember the day that Peter Ortiz fucking massacred three dudes in a fight. And then they come back to school after suspension and they're like, they don't even want to talk about it. Everybody cheers them on. They're like, you know.